How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today I got to bring you an update on the story I did a video for last month involving an Arizona couple that took chloroquine phosphate, which is fish tank cleaner, that resulted in the husband dying and the wife ending up in the ICU. Right when that story broke, what did the wife say? Don't listen to Donald Trump. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He got on TV and told me to take this drug. I took it. My husband died. I almost died. All this, that, and the third. Now, right when that story broke, a lot of you guys were in the comments saying what most likely happened. But I'll get to that in a moment. I got to back up a little bit here because you kind of lost and you didn't see the previous video or you've not heard the full story. Now, about 2 months ago, month ago, whatever, Trump was going on TV talking about hydroxychloroquine. A drug that's been around for a long time, since like World War II. It's been used to treat malaria, lupus, and other things. And it's been most recently used to fight the China virus, COVID-19, the Wuhan flu, whatever you want to call it. Okay, people have used it with great success all over the world. The most recent case was a Democratic lawmaker from Michigan, Karen Whitsett, who almost died of the virus, but took the drug and recovered miraculously, 100% back on track. She thanked the president on social media, then went to the White House and met with him briefly to talk about the virus. As a result of that, she was censured by her party up there in Michigan, but that's a different story. And for now, I digress. My whole point is that the drug has been around for a long time. It's a cheap generic. It has very few side effects. I think like mild diarrhea or something like that. It's a good drug that is being used. Trump spoke about it as far as them doing trials of it in New York. Okay, so that's all that was said. That's all that was going on. I don't really see any kind of harm here. However, the couple in question took chloroquine phosphate, which ain't the same drug at all. This is a whole different compound, okay? Hydroxychloroquine, that's used to treat malaria, other things. Chloroquine phosphate, that's called fish tank cleaner. It's not the same compound. What they did was take 4 teaspoons of it, put it into some soda, some Mountain Dew, Mr. Pibb, Coke, whatever, mix it up and drink it. Husband died, wife ICU. But a lot of you guys, like I said, were putting 2 and 2 together and saying, seems kind of suspicious. Now I think you're vindicated because the wife is under investigation for murder. All right. Now let's zoom out and see why the murder allegation makes sense, which is what a lot of you guys are already saying, talking about she killed the husband. She's trying to blame Trump for it. She's trying to cover it up. Now it makes sense. I thought the couple were a couple of morons. Just some yokels talking about, that's a fish tank clean. I thought they were morons, but no. The husband was a very smart guy. He was actually an engineer that had worked for a long time, like a mechanical engineer. This is not some moron, some doofus or idiot. This guy is very smart. So for him to take fish tank cleaner just willy-nilly like that does not make any sense at all, because you would think a guy that's that smart would have some kind of sense to not just say, hey, how about I take this koi fish tank cleaner, put it into my Mountain Dew and just drink that, okay? That would not make sense for a guy that's that smart to have that kind of career to do. The wife, on the other hand, may be a different kind of moron, a person that has Trump derangement syndrome and also who hates her husband, okay? Now, I'll give my evidence for that. And if you want to see my evidence written out, I'll link to that in the description box below. It'll be on my website link. She is a prolific, that's the word they use, a prolific Democratic donor. So this person probably hated Donald Trump from the very beginning. So if you are a prolific Democratic donor, you hate Trump, you're never a Trumper, why would you take his quote unquote advice, which was not his advice? All that he said was that hydroxychloroquine had been working well all over the world. He was just stating facts. And he said that there were trials happening right now in New York, which is facts. That's all that he said. Okay, he did not say, hey, take the fish tank cleaner, chloroquine phosphate, not even the same drug I'm talking about, put it into your Mountain Dew and drink that. He did not say that. That's what she did. Okay, if you hate Trump so much, why would you listen to anything that he says? What she said after the fact is how she felt before the fact about don't listen to Trump. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's how she felt about the whole thing. Okay, you're not going to take advice, quote unquote advice, from a guy that you hate. That's just not any kind of logic there. There was also a domestic violence incident between the husband and the wife in which she was the initiator. She was perpetrator of it. So she was beating him. There was domestic violence there. She hates Trump. All signs point to her being the person that killed the husband, tried to cover it up by blaming it on Trump as some kind of accident or something like that. But the facts that are involved here just don't really add up. You hate Trump, but you listen to Trump. Like, you hate Trump so much, you put your life into his hands. How does that make any sense? Okay. And then for the husband to just voluntarily take that doesn't make sense. She poisoned him. There's no way that the wife would tell the husband, hey, you know what? Trump said that we could take this drug and it'd help us with the virus. Okay. And then beyond that, it didn't even have the virus. The story said from the beginning that they took it as a preventative measure. They didn't have any symptoms. They did not have the virus. They were just taking it. What the wife apparently did here was poison the husband. She probably gave herself a little bit of it to make it appear like, well, we both took it. He died. I barely survived. That type of thing. Okay. She might have had a whole different drug that she took to put her in the ICU rather than taking the fish tank cleaner. Okay. She killed that husband from my point of view, in my humble opinion. That's what it seems like, because the facts don't really add up with the whole accidental thing. Oh, I thought this could help me. Doesn't make sense. You weren't sick. You hate Trump, and your husband is brilliant, probably a genius, probably like 300 IQ type, so he's not going to do that voluntarily. It doesn't matter if Trump says it or not. Even if Trump said, hey, go to your cabinet right now and take this drug, he might think twice. He might think, hey, do I have anything that could actually counteract this or may interfere with it? Any kind of other drugs I'm taking? If I have a heart medication or blood pressure, or I got bad kidneys, liver, whatever, should I call my doctor? I would think he'd be the kind of guy that would call his doctor. If he has any kind of symptoms, call his doctor and be like, okay, what do I do? How do I get tested? All right. You're an engineer. You're probably doing a lot of systems, a lot of testing. You're not just going to go out there willy-nilly and just take some kind of random drug. So as I close, I want to say this. We have yet another Jussus Smollett on our hands, in my humble opinion. But much worse, because in the case of Jussus Smollett, nobody died. Nobody got hurt. It was just a fabrication, a lie, a hoax to get attention. In this case, you have a wife maybe, allegedly, apparently, supposedly killing her husband, and then trying to blame Trump for it because he said that this particular drug has been working, although she did not take that particular drug in question. And even if she did, how about go to a doctor first to get the drug rather than just taking whatever you got in your house? How about that? All right. If you had the drug in your crib, you had to get it from a prescription. If you got it legally, which we're supposed to be doing, and on the bottle, it would say when to take it, how much, and all this and that. You wouldn't just take random stuff, put it into your Mountain Dew and drink that. That's not how that works. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think the wife in this case killed her husband and tried to cover it up with the chloroquine phosphate hydroxychloroquine story, and then as a bonus wanted to blame Trump because she already hated Trump to begin with? If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. Or do you think that Trump is responsible for the husband's death and the wife's admission in the ICU? If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. I kind of find that hard to believe, seeing as how the drug they took was not the drug that Trump was talking about. Okay, it's just not it. Not the same chemical compound at all. I mean, you can't. And then beyond that, Trump was talking about, medical trials, doctors, that type of thing. He did not say, hey, if you have anything that has chloroquine, the name chloroquine in it, just take that, put it into your Mr. Pibb, mix it up and chug it. That's not what he said at all. I think the wife wanted to hurt the husband and or kill him. There was already a history right there, domestic violence coming from the wife. She's already never Trumper, and the husband is no moron. All right. He's not going to take that voluntarily. There's no way she sat down at a dinner table talking about, hey, Cletus, you see that right there on top of the refrigerator? Take that right now to prevent the coronavirus. No way, no how. He would go to a doctor and get tested, get treated that way because he has a brain. He uses a little bit of common sense. just judging by his profession. You can't be in that kind of profession and be a total moron. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.